Even though I have a back record of him being a good person, but he's still trying to make sure that if you get there, it might be something you don't like. Do you get? So he still wanted me to come see what we are paying for. And I got there, I saw everything, and I was like, okay, no problem, I love this and all that. As we speak, he's the one managing the property. He has a farm on.
Let me just do something. Like in any service you're arranging as a man, there must always be a price tag. So when friendship comes, is maybe the person wants to negotiate, there will be negotiation, then you can probably discount the person as a friend.
Just about it. Now, while you were talking that your friend, misappropriated the fact that you're supposed to do 10%, eventually 25%. One thing I realized again is this. For the little businesses that you run with your friends, right? You need to also be careful and watch and take metrics of how they deliver. Alright, so you are welcome to another beautiful edition of Angles and Opinion Podcast. My name once again is Ayo Adewi MC Tekadiko.
And here I am Oilere Temisayo Jacob, also known as Slick Temi.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know the name Bumbo Michael.
Who knows the name?
Also known as MC Slim T. Oteka calls me Slim T. Thank you.
Alright, so today we want to look at another interesting and life-touching topic. Now, let me find out from if I say the topic, let me just actually find out. Do you have a best friend?
Of course, yes.
Do you got a best friend?
Sure I do. Sure.
Okay. Now, with your best friend, can you actually go into a multi-dollar business plan with your friend? Is it possible?
Yes, I can.
It is made legal. Yeah, okay. Why not? Yeah.
Alright, so today, ladies and gentlemen, today I believe we want to actually, want to dissect, want to cut, want to analyze when it comes to business and friendship. Which of these two do you place before another? And another important thing that you should ask yourself, like we're going to discuss today, is can you actually go into a business partnership with your friend? So I just asked him now. He said he's got a very best friend and they can do business together, retaining trust, retaining transparency. So you made mention of legal. So when you say legal in one sense, basically
documentation.
Okay,
which is very important. It has to be legally signed. It has to be documented. There has to be terms and conditions involved.
Okay.
You understand? Because that's for me. That's what the business entails. You have to. It's not like let's start business and then we start without any proper documentation.
So what if you don't have all these structures from the beginning of the business? Do you still go in, or you have to wait until all of this?
Well, probably I would say maybe when I was a bit younger, I might made the error.
Okay.
But now that I know better, I think that is the best way to go.
Okay. Yes. But another thing that I wonder about is legal or not legal. They could present the document to you. If you don't properly understand it, you might still sign, thinking that we are in a good cause.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
okay. Sure. But prior to that, we have come to documentation. How much of that business do you think I can know before I dive into the business with my friend? Because another thing, if you don't know about the business, we just tell you, we don't make money last month. We don't make money upper month. So your profit margin, your profit coming to may actually be low. So is it so necessary for you to know about the business before you go into it with your friend, or you just feel I can learn on the job?
Well, it depends for me because it can be transactional in the sense that maybe your partner, the person bringing the business to you might not even know about the business, but the fact that it is the business you do.
Okay.
Do you get it? Depends. Or probably it might be that he needs capital from me to invest in that.
So he got the idea, you have the capital.
Do you understand? So that is why, in that light, I just feel like there is no way, if it's especially when it is an high income business, then we have to obviously we have to. There's no way. Documentation must come in. That's just it. It.
So at the moment, are you in a business partnership with your friend at the moment?
Okay, let me start with first let me say when it comes to business, doing business with a friend, there should be trust. Like trust, mutual agreement.
I think trust is necessary for everything. Even though
trust is very, very important. And you can't do business with every friend, but the one you genuinely trust that okay, when this goes wrong, this person will be there for you. This person is very, very reliable. And I don't think someone might have a business idea that might be different from yours, and you might be the one that will be sourcing the business idea, like bring the higher capital and all that.
Okay.
So what will make the business run smoothly? Apart from documentation, trust is very important.
Trust.
Trust is very important.
Trust. Okay, another thing I think before that trust comes is you need to know the personality of that your friend, right?
That is a very good
before-
friend. You can't do this
Eh,
with everybody.
even
To be a
before that
very,
trust
very
comes
good
to play,
friend.
because
Exactly.
mutual trust is fine.
Yeah.
Business trust is another thing.
Exactly.
Because when big money begins to enter the account,
The personality changes.
I'm
Exactly.
telling you, trust will dey shake. Say,
Yeah,
omo.
but well, at the end of the day, I will still go with both of views and opinion based on trust and knowing the individual.
Yes,
Personality.
You get based on a particular person that I know very well. That we got a property. At the time we went to even get the property, I told him, like, make I just send my own part. Then you just go. He said no. Guy, come and see what you want to buy. So that kind of person, you already know. Even though I have a back record of him being a good person, but he's still trying to make sure that if you get there, it might be something you don't like. Do you get? So he still wanted me to come see what we are paying for. And I got there, I saw everything, and I was like, okay, no problem, I love this and all that. As we speak, he's the one managing the property. He has a farm on it. He's doing well, and I don't care. As long as he's not carrying the property anywhere. You understand?
So that's
and the
trust,
documentation on the property is on my name. Do you get? So but and it's there to make sure that everything is secure. So those kind of, I think, trust and knowing the individual you're doing the business with, whether it is documented at the end of the day, does not really matter. But then documentation is still very important. But trust and personality goes a long way as well.
Okay, so do you agree if I say that doing business with your friend could be as small as give your friend a service and you being paid for it? It's also business transaction, right?
Yes, of course.
So in that case, are you in the school of thought that believes that there is no friends in business or no friendship in business? You people say that a lot of time. Business owners, especially those that provide services.
No friendship in business might be with someone you're not really close with. Maybe someone you don't really know deeply. Like, okay, like example now, like I have a childhood friend that we've been aspiring to maybe build a lounge or an hotel or do something very unique, and we've been dreaming about it for a very long time.
Okay.
So when we both maybe arrive at a certain age, then we were able to make some money, and we both collaborate to make the business and start up something like that. So I'll just say business is there's a way you would do it that I don't know how to put it, but there's a way you would do it.
Okay, so I think that proverb or idiom of saying there is no friendship in business is when someone that knows you comes to you, asks
It's a
you
soft spot.
Yeah, asks you of your service and tells you that we'll be friends or you know me now, I want to pay this amount of money, right? Possibly and most possibly lower than your normal charge, right? You be an MC, right? A friend comes to you and tells you because you're friends and you do it go say 400 upward. So because we are the friends, it's expected to do something like 200k. So in that case, you also consider the fact that will be my friend, I can always discount you significantly, or a discount that you know that no, that friendship cost. Is there anything like that in your calendar?
All right. For me, I would say, obviously, whether I always have discount for friends and family, especially those ones that probably help me while growing. You get, so help me in the sense that they referred me to some other people. Okay, this is my guy.
Exactly.
He's very good. Some people will hail you. Maybe say even you fear go dey catch you. The way they go take carry your matter for head. So those kind of people, for life, I would always have a soft spot for them. You get, so obviously, but compared to someone that just message me out of the blues, and then I don't. Hello, this is. I'll just send you my rate card. I don't even need to, because there's a rate card.
But you know, there are some people who take the advantage of the fact that they know you. Maybe you're in school together and they follow you. They see your job on social media. They even hardly comment, right? But they know you're doing very well. So because you know them, you finish from school together. They now come to your DM. My daddy wants to do this. I want to do this. I need a service. But we got that day. We don't date. You now begin to bring back those memories with time. Wherein, since that time and the moment they are talking to you, they've not been in the picture. Is that okay? So do you also consider those as friends and reducing the price for them? Or you feel
that was what I mentioned, you can't come out of the blues, because it's just friendship is transactional, right?
Okay.
It's just like friendship is itself is a business.
Okay.
Because you cannot withdraw from where you have not deposited.
You
understand?
So before anybody comes to
you have
get
to keep
something,
up. You have to
he
keep
or
up.
she must
We
have.
have to. There should be a track record of us keeping up with ourselves.
Okay.
For me to even regard you as my friend. You understand? You cannot just come because I've known you for like over 10 years. We've seen, we've not communicated, and then you expect me to just no. This life don't have.
Let me just do something. Like in any service you're arranging as a man, there must always be a price tag. So when friendship comes, is maybe the person wants to negotiate. There will be negotiation. Then you can probably discount the person as a friend. Yeah, and so you can.
But
discount
he's
the
saying
person.
that before you can refer that person as friend, you must have a track record of friendship.
That's what I'm saying. That's a business has you have a price tag for your business. What you offer, service you render, you have a price tag for it. Maybe your service you are charging 500,000, 1 million for a service.
When
the friends come, guys, there will be some discount for the friends.
But even if who do you define as friend? Who do you define as friend? Friend. Who is my friend? Because you know me.
Friendship is
Does it because we went to the same school?
Not all friends that went to the same school.
Yes. So some people actually acquaintances, right?
Yeah.
Some are just I know this field and they claim friendship, but they want something from you. And he's actually left to say who's your friend.
You get.
I remember I have a friend I wanted to marry sometime, and he was saying that if he's claiming to invite any friend, it must mean that he and that particular person have communicated in the last 6 months, right? Backward, at least we communicated in the last 6 months till now. Not that we have not seen for like years.
And
I said my
from
friend,
blues
and
and
I want to
stuff.
go and I like to send you IV. Why did I send you IV? I've never seen you. So apparently, we need to actually start from actually asking ourselves, who is that friend?
Yeah.
I think because of something, and he said, someone that does not know how you are even doing, can't come to clean the service. But a friend will have known how you have been doing.
Yes.
A friend able to tell your consistency and say, Slim T, way back.
You get.
We were in social place like this, we were in a place like this, even
Keeping
clinical
up
like
with
this.
each other.
So that person can be referred as a friend. But another side of it is this popular saying that says a friend is a friend. Some people believe that before someone can be your friend, they must have passed through things and things together.
Sacrifices for you also.
Right? But I don't think it's all friends that have gone through that route. Some are just regular, some are just smooth, right? People are just flowing well. But some, both thin and thick,
they have not been through any. You don't even have an experience, you don't have an idea.
So I think we don't also need to measure what category of they belong before you can say, okay, this person, because trust, relationship, friendship, and trust.
Yeah,
you are my friend. I need to trust you. You are my friend to trust me. So if you don't define what friendship is at first, trust will not show face. And again, if there's friendship and there's no trust, I don't think there's friendship.
Let me bring in this scenario.
Okay.
Like life is about physics. People that will attend secondary school together, there might be some who have not seen them for like 10 years. People that will attend university together, some who've not seen them for like 5 years to so years. But okay, there might be like maybe someone I've not seen for 15 years now comes to like, okay, I have a business proposal. A friend, old friend, like you've not seen this person for like 10. Okay, let me use it. Like 5 years or 2-3 years.
Yes, I say
And
wrong.
the person bring 60 million contracts. Okay, let's do this together. Will you go for the offer or not? Just a random. Will you go for the offer or not? And this person is your old friend, your long-time friend. Will you go for the offer? And this is a business that you've been praying for, hoping for. 60 million, 100 million.
Talk further, right? You need to still talk further
because that I said, life is about faces. Some people, like when it was breaking, I was like, okay, you gave like a time frame of 6 months. You won't be able to maybe do this person or that, but someone that you've not seen in a long while, person will be some kind of business. What would be the
Alright, so the thing is, for because you've seen that person for a very long time. First of all, you need to know the legitimacy of that business the person is doing. That is why in that one you already know that documentation has to be top notch.
Exactly.
Do you get documentation has to be top notch so that because you need security for yourself. Even if you regard this person as an old friend and then you still And moreover, it's an addition to you. It's not like you are the one taking the business to that person.
Exactly.
The person is bringing. So you need to be sure that is it a legitimate business? Is it a real business?
Just to secure yourself.
To also secure yourself. Not be business where you go enter, where you say
Police,
the next
EFCC
day.
go dey find you.
You know, say when you go again,
Have
say
you ever been in a condition, sorry to cut in, where you see an old friend and you are careful to quickly greet,
you get
thinking that when I need this person, don't take. If you don't change, you
Yeah,
just greeting the person alone could be like, oh, you are not friends, you are even friends together, and you're not actually friends. So it's just that you've known the person for long, and he or she will have possibly changed. So to even greet, you have to be cautious.
be conscious.
Okay, the person tells you I'm now on your street and I don't park come here.
Let's not even be a kidnapper. I don't be a kidnapper to come and cause now.
Yes, now.
Things are happening.
How happened? You don't even know who is he.
Something happened recently. I think that was towards the end of last year. We met this old friend, myself and a friend of mine. He was the one that actually met that friend. At some point in time, the friend was cutting with him. We never knew. Yeah. Was cutting with him. He said, it's even a lady. She said she had this where she's staying. Okay, the excuse was where she's staying was a bit far from where she was. Right?
So that your friend now about her?
About her. Like a month. The matter says still the police station like this. Okay, now what happened is that you just dey knack everybody here together. They collect money from this one, collect money from this one.
I don't know your friend there.
Do you get? The funny thing is, at some point in time, she opened all these, all these thrifts, like all these ajo they do on social media. So some ladies came visiting at my friend's place, and we never knew she had told those ladies that my friend was cutting with her. Meanwhile, she was the one cutting, like, okay, this is her apartment. She brought those people to tell them that this is where she is staying.
And this person is cutting.
And this person works in Ibadan, lives in Ibadan, but came to work in Lagos. So he's just spending
that's
time.
your friend.
You understand? So, to cut the long story short, at the end of the day, we realized that she brought out a business idea like that. That's why I said documentation, because some of us have learned the hard way. Right. So documentation is very important. You got a business idea that I even invested. No, it's not big money like that. It's just like few thousand over 100,000. You get so. But my friend had like almost 500,000 naira transaction with her.
In that, wow.
This person. The funny thing, like in that area of my friend, he had another transaction with like 3 other people that my friend does not even have an idea of. Wow. Do you understand? To cut the long story short, she had told her she left my friend's place. At the time we were not in the country, we went to Ghana with my friends. So she now left my friend's place, went to another place that happens to be our mutual friend. But she has see, that's why I said you have to be very cautious and find security for yourself, because at the end of the day, when everything goes south, you'll be able to defend yourself. Because at the end of the day, she made sure that she ended the communication between ourselves and that other person, so that there would not be any. So she left my friend's place, went to that person,
and did the same thing.
Did the same thing to that person too.
That means that lady had an intention of doing that.
That is our way of life. Do you understand?
So will you call that person to your friend?
Do you understand? That is so that is why sometimes it won't be nice for us to learn the hard way. It's best for us to just follow due process and document everything. Number one, because of your own personal security, because you no go buy phone with small police case. Say as the police case dey small, so before you know money wey go comot for your body. You understand? So that is it. When you want to do business, so that is why I would rather be a friend more with someone that I started business with, that we started to know each other as a business partner. I would rather be friends with that person. Okay. Than to say, okay, one old friend from nowhere just come here and I want to be.
So that an old friend from nowhere actually very well.
So that
but apparently, trust is a very delicate trait of every man, right? And we've had it over times when trust is broken. Trust is like tissue paper. When it's been torn, this and that. If you are already in a business partnership with your friend and trust is being bruised, what do you think is the next thing to do?
To me, right?
Let me just come in. What you can do, like before, it depends on the kind of business, but before
Okay.
you start any business, you know there's an agreement.
Okay.
There's probably paperwork already, legal paperwork that you've already signed, this and that. I think the best thing is
Go back to the book.
go back to the book, go to court, and they will solve that for you. That one is not even hard at all.
Okay.
Just go back. So that's why before you start anything with anyone, let there be documentation, like you said.
Like
Let there be
emphasizing.
paperwork. Best
And
thing.
in
Regardless
that,
of how much the business is worth.
Oh, we have learned the hard way.
Yeah, exactly.
and in documentation, there should be an exit plan.
Exactly.
Should anything happens,
Yeah.
should somebody dies, I remember back in the day when you were teaching us what do you call it, partnership, right?
Partnership, yeah.
We have soul partnership. We have what do you call these things? I can't repeat
What's
many
the
years.
I know. They told
Many
me.
years.
They told me that year.
So you now tell you what happens to the business when one of the people die. So apparently, in the documentation, it will have been contained to you. There's a breach of agreement, breach of trust. If anyone decides to
leave.
disband the whatever the company, what happens? So that should be part of the documentation, right? Then another thing is this. Share formula. That can also cause a big issue. You know, before you know it, tell who provided the land, who brought the labor, who brought resources.
What is share formula?
Right? That's also key. It should be something that is noted. Another one, money itself.
Money is the root of all.
Hey, money itself. You might think you trust somebody. When money comes first.
You see that share formula? Yeah?
Okay.
I had an experience of that. Okay, a friend brought, we are into services now. So, okay, gave me a gig. Okay, how much is it? He said this amount. Okay. I said, okay, let's go. Okay. Wait till you go give me. I say, you be my friend. You see one collect. Okay, do 10%. Lo and behold, I did not know how much he even collect for how much he collected for the gig itself, because I don't. As long as one thing about me is, as long as we have an agreement, I'm good. Whether it favors me later when I realize, I don't care. But I know that I have had an agreement. We have an agreement, and I'm standing on that. That is my own personality. After the event, even after the event, he paid after the event. Like, I had to be calling him before he paid. Okay, guy pay. You can't pay, don't come out 25%. The guy say come out 10%.
Wow.
Wey be say I know say
that is a breach of agreement.
You understand?
But you know that the agreement they had is oral, so no written agreement.
No written agreement, so nobody.
But this does it matter?
It matters.
Oh,
that's why they say
so now, obviously it has affected that person's integrity with me. You cannot tell me that it is morning and I won't go outside to go and check if the sun is still shining. You understand? We've had other businesses after them, but my own is, bros, this is how much I'm collecting and I'm getting my money before the service. And it has always been like that. As a businessman, there's no permanent friend, no permanent enemy. But as long as you secure yourself first, that is why we have to be selfish as business owners, as business person, because you make sure your security is secured.
Exactly.
Right. So I've done businesses with him, but I wait till I collect this. I go collect am. You know say I go come. You know say I no dey run. And if you no wan give me, you go. Wow. And that's how it was.
So now, apparently, some viewers will be listening, watching this, and thinking, business with my friend is okay. Fine. But let me ask you as a person. I'm putting on the spot right now.
Okay.
Would you say you are a worthy friend or a worthy person to do business with?
Exactly, 100%. Worthy, reliable, and
I
don't think I ever have any defaults, because we are all different human beings, and there's people that maybe in their life they've not gotten some certain amount of money, and when they start seeing that money, they become very corny and they become very corny. They want to have a larger share. You understand? Yeah. So myself, I'm reliable.
Wow. Because the truth is, you might think, yes, well, he's my friend and I've known him and so we can run business together. And within the mind of the other person, he or she might know that you want to enter it. No matter how they come and have a trap, you go enter.
Yeah.
And for the kind of business that you do, trust me, transparency, trust is key. It is. There's no truth about it. Now, while you were talking that your friend, misappropriated the fact that you're supposed to do 10%, eventually 25%. One thing I realized again is this. For the little businesses that you run with your friends, right? You need to also be careful and watch and take metrics of how they deliver.
Yeah.
So that you can tell if they can do bigger one.
Yeah, sure.
Because person when you do small with,
Rip me.
Now one say, "Guy, I don't get 100 million." We say, "Hey, really?" So we need to be careful out there. The little businesses, in fact, as little as telling somebody, "I will call you back tomorrow morning," and staying true to your words goes a long way. Integrity of time, integrity of management, integrity of say it, do it. It is key. So it is not when business gonna say, okay, I mean, some people just usually call you from overs and tell you, guys, are you available for this kind of gig? I'm coming home and a trusted person to do with it. Right? And they could even ask somebody, do you know any trusted you I could run this gig with, this particular thing with? That person will begin to think, okay, let me check my contact. Okay, this one, I will give you this one, this one said that morning, I go check, right? There are some big individuals who have trust for themselves. They will tell you, I don't know what I can do in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If you say that, such an individual is not worthy to run business with. Alright, so just before we wrap up this particular section, let me just ask, I was wondering if you have a word to spice up or a word to build in the mind of the viewer so that they can be ready made for businesses from their friends.
Well, I would have to say, be reliable, be trustworthy, let people put their trust in you. What they say, or what probably someone refer you and they say, oh, this person can do this. Let it be what they will meet. 100%.
And they should not change your business time comes.
Exactly. Before you start doing the run around, so you won't disappoint. Let it be what you're known for. Exactly. So don't let your.
So let integrity be your lifestyle.
Exactly.
Let transparency be your lifestyle. Whatever you know that is good to make business happen together. Let it be a naturality.
Yes.
Not only when that business comes.
Exactly.
Oh, great one there.
Yeah. For me, I would say integrity goes a very long way. Integrity is key. And one thing I always tell people is, you see, pound sterling is not the highest currency. I think the highest currency is this Kuwaitian dollar. But that is not even the highest currency. The highest currency that I believe I spend is relationship. And it is only integrity that will take you to that level. Because if you have good relationship with people, then you have everything you ever need.
That's a very key note we need to take out here. So in the whole, one of the major takeouts here is guy, integrity is key.
Yeah.
You need to live it. Transparency is key.
Your lifestyle.
Your lifestyle. Not until I know when business is called go they adjust. Live, let people that know when it comes to saying it, doing it, you're like that. Wow. We should keep talking. We should continue. We should keep saying because it's something that anybody is to actually do. Alright. That is boys. I'm going to be seeing us again in the very next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and don't also forget to click the bell icon so that when we have new videos, you'll be the first to be notified. So we come your way next time.